I don't know. I done talked to y'all the other day about Southern women, but I think you really ought to explain, and I ought to explain and let you understand all the expressions we have in the South. Most people from up north don't know what we're talking about half the time, but I'll tell you one thing, only a Southerner knows the difference between a hissy fit and a conniption fit. And you don't have one of them, you pitch one of them. And only a Southerner knows how many fish and collard greens and turnip greens and peas and beans it takes to make up a mess of them. And only a Southerner can point out you in the general direction of over yonder. And only a Southerner knows how long a directly is as I'm going to town, I'll be back directly. And I think I mentioned this before, but even Southern babies know that give me some sugar is not a request for that, white granular stuff in the little bowl on the table. Give me some sugar means something else. And all Southerners know when by and by is. And only a Southerner knows that you grow up knowing the difference between right near and a right far place, or just how far down the road really is. Sometimes it's a mile, and it can be as much as 20 miles. And only a Southerner knows and understands the difference between a redneck and a good old boy and poor white trash. And Southerners know for sure that if you're driving behind a car and the turn signal is on, that don't necessarily mean that the car is going to turn. And I guess there ought to be a few other things I ought to tell you that in the South, y'all is singular, and all you all is plural. And Southerners know that grits come from corn and how to eat them. You don't put sugar on grits. You have to know that. Another thing is when you hear someone say, well, I caught myself looking, you know that you're in the presence of a genuine Southerner. And only a Southerner will say sweet tea and sweet milk. Sweet tea indicates that you got to have sugar in it, and sweet milk means it ain't buttermilk. And a true Southerner knows that you don't scream obscenities at a little old lady driving 30 miles an hour on the freeway. You just drive by and say, bless your heart, and keep on your way. And I think that another thing you might have to remember, to those of you who are still a little embarrassed about your Southernisms, just take 2 tent revivals and dose of sausage gravy and call me in the morning. Bless your heart. Well, I think it's all close to time to close this one up, but I do have a few more things to tell you. To those of you who are still having a hard time understanding all this Southern stuff, bless your heart. Here they're fixing to have classes in Southernism as a second language. And for those of you not from the South that have lived here for a long time, all you need to do is sing a sign on y'all's front porch, and it reads, I ain't from the South, but I got here as fast as I could. And I might say another thing, too. If you're a Northern transplant, bless your heart. Fake it. You know that you got here as fast as you could. Bless your heart. Bye, sugar. Bye.